Hello, beautiful learners. Hopefully, you're doing great, and I'm also good by the grace of Almighty. And today, we're going to practice with another IELTS listening, and this is class number 3. And in this lesson, we are going to practice IELTS listening test with answers and proper explanation for beginner, especially those who are going to sit in the exam for A1 and A2 level. Okay, so before going to start our class, just give me a few seconds to check out the sound quality, whether it's good or not.
Instructions. You are going to hear a number of different recordings, and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 sections. At the end of the real test, you will be given 10 minutes.
Okay, I hope you got the sound properly as well as my voice. Let's start the lesson that we are going to solve today. Okay, let's read the instruction first. No more than 3 words and a number for each answer. Okay, just keep it in your mind. Okay, here's travel agency. Okay, here's the simple one. Name of 2, and the answer is magic one day. Okay, let's listen it first.
To transfer. Clerk and A2 have some time. For you. On this occasion only, the conversation.
Good morning, wonderful travel agency. How can I help you?
Good morning. I'd like to know about the information about your short trip. What's the name of the trip?
Magic one day.
Right.
I hope you got the simple one. Okay, let's move on to the real example. Okay, so let's listen and let's highlight departure time. We have to listen on Saturday. Okay, let's listen it.
Could you introduce me to the tour?
Of course.
The name it has been written. You should answer the question.
Good morning, wonderful travel agency. How can I help you?
Good morning. I'd like to know about the information about your short trip. What's the name of the trip?
Magic one day.
Right. Could you introduce me to the tour?
Of course, and we will give you a 5% discount if you book the latest trip.
Fine. When is the next one going?
We have a trip every Saturday, which usually departs at 8 o'clock in the morning.
So the answer would be 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 a.m. 8 o'clock in the morning and 8 a.m. is the same thing. So let's move on to the next one. Transportation blah blah or minibus. Let's listen it.
And when will we come back?
About 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Fine. How about the type of transportation?
We like to keep our tours small, so we offer a coach or a minibus.
So the answer would be coach. Okay, as she was saying, C-O-C-H, coach, or a minibus. So that's the answer would be coach. Let's listen it for question number 3 and 4. Cost blah blah per person including blah blah. Let's listen to answer.
That's great. So how many tourists are there in one group?
Usually we take about 15 to 20 tourists. But you know, it is peak time now, so the number is up to 25 tourists.
Well, that sounds good. So, how much is the tour price?
As I said, I will give you a 5% discount, so the cost is £18 for each person.
£18 for each person. So the answer will be £18. Pounds. £18. Okay.
Great! Does it include lunch?
No, but the guide fee has been included.
So guide fee would be the answer as well. Guide fee would be the included. Okay. Now let's listen it for question number 5. Peak season. Tourists need to blah blah 2 days ahead.
Do I need to book a seat?
Yes, at peak season, in order to ensure your position, seat reservation is needed. So the tourist has to reserve a seat at least 2 days before leaving.
So reserve a seat would be the answer for question 5. Reserve a seat. Okay. As she was saying, reserve a seat at least 2 days before leaving. Okay, let's listen for question number 6. Payment would be the keyword for question number 6. Let's listen it.
Now, look at questions 6 to 10. Listen to the tape and answer the questions 6 to 10. Okay, and how about the deposit?
You don't need to pay any fees in advance.
Fine. How about payment? Cash or credit card?
Because we collect money just before departing, the only payment we accept is cash.
So the only payment we accept is cash. So cash would be the answer. Cash would be the answer for question number 6. Let's move on to the next one. Reference number of 2. Let's listen it.
Fine. I see.
That's okay. And let me confirm you with your customer reference number.
Fine.
That is FC864.
Right, I'll write it down.
How about a...
So she was saying FC864. Okay. Let's move to the question number 8 to 10. Which 3 attractions can tourists visit at present in Edinburgh? 3 attractions. Okay, let's listen it.
other things do you want to know?
Yes. I'd like to know what attractions we will visit during the tour.
Well, let me check the time schedule. We will start at 8 o'clock and will arrive at Edinburgh about 10 o'clock. The first resort we will visit is Old Castles. The most famous...
So she was saying the first resort we will be visit is Old Castles. So that's what the answer would be option B. Let's listen.
Scottish castles. It is the home of the Scottish crown jewels, the oldest royal regalia in Britain.
Well, may I take photos?
Of course.
I heard that the City Hall is a good place. Will we go there?
The next tour does not include that place.
Okay.
And then we will go on to St. Giles's Cathedral, with 1,000 years of history. It is renowned for its stained glass, regal organ and beautiful thistle chapel.
Great. Is it near to the zoo?
Yes, After lunch, you will visit Royal Palace. It is a good place.
So after lunch, you will visit Royal Palace. So that's the answer to option A. Let's listen for the rest one.
To know about royal family's life, but it has a rule with no photo.
Right.
But you can pick some souvenirs in the local handicrafts shops close to the palace.
Great.
And about 4 o'clock we will get to the Seabird Centre.
Do you mean the aquarium?
Okay, and she was saying, and about 4 o'clock we'll get to the Seabird Center. So that's what the answer would be. Option F, B, E. Okay, so that's all about today's lesson, because we are just looking for level A1 and A2. So level A1 and A2 requires part 1, I think. That's why I'm just looking just for part 1 to teach you. Okay, so I hope I will see you in the next class with another IELTS listening test at the same time. So see you in the next class. Bye for then.